Hello fellow video game collectors, and welcome to another Pickups episode. So, I recently went to a bunch of my local Goodwill stores. The first store that I went to, I found a couple of PlayStation 2 games. The first one that I found was Leisure Suit Larry for $5, and they also had a copy of the bonus DVD, which was also unfortunately $5 as well. So I got both of these for $10. But the DVD bonus is completely sealed. This one is not. So I was only going to grab the game, but I decided that since they were both there, they obviously came in as a set, so I should just go ahead and get them both. This game, it's a lot like a bunch of mini games put together. It's a series of mini games. You try and talk to different women, and you're trying to get with them. It's definitely a mature game, but it's also pretty funny. It's apparently not a very good game, but it's worth sticking through for the humor. The second PlayStation 2 game I got there was Heroes of Might and Magic Quest for the Dragonbone Staff for $3. So I was a really big fan of the original Might and Magic games on PC. I used to play them all the time. This kind of plays similarly to the old PC games, except it's in a 3D environment, and it's not turn-based on the overworld map like the PC games. You still recruit different groups of units into your army, like wolves, militia, archers, etc. You choose which character that you want to have as your hero, such as a barbarian, a knight, and I think a sorceress. You still have a similar-ish turn-based combat system when you engage enemies on the overworld map, but overall it's basically just a stripped down version of the PC game. It's sort of a mix between a action adventure game with some RPG and strategy elements. If you've played any of the Heroes of Might and Magic games before, it'll still feel kind of familiar to you. And so because of that, I would definitely recommend this game for anyone who likes the Might and Magic series. At the second Goodwill I went to, I found a bunch of games for $1.50 each. So the first two that I got there was Disney Infinity 1.0 as well as 2.0. So I have never played any of the Disney Infinity stuff before. I don't have any of the figurines or anything. But for $1.50 each for these games, I figured, sure, why not? So I don't have any figures yet, so I haven't been able to check these out. I'm not even sure if you can play these games without the figures, so let me know in the comments below if you know the answer to that. But I'll probably pick up a few of them because some of them actually look pretty good, like some of the Star Wars figures I've seen before. And I'm already addicted to amiibos, so why not something else? Then I found a copy of Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. I haven't played a Tony Hawk game in years. I'm not really a skater person, but I love playing the first couple of Tony Hawk games back on the original PlayStation. It seems like to be another pretty cool skateboarding game, more of the same. It has like a story mode where you slowly unlock features in the game by playing these different like mini sub-stories. So I'm just gonna say check it out if you like Tony Hawk games. Next, I found a copy of Shrek Treasure Hunt for the original PlayStation, and this is apparently just not a very good game. It's like a collection of mini games, but you have to run around this like hub world, and you have to collect items in order to unlock those mini games. And then at that, the mini games themselves just aren't great at all. Apparently the controls are just terrible, so I'm just gonna have to say avoid this game. Then we have a copy of Nascar for the PlayStation Portable. So this is the only NASCAR game available on the PSP, and because of that, it's actually worth a little bit. And by a little bit, I just mean about $10 to $15 complete. So it's a pretty standard NASCAR game. You're racing on NASCAR tracks against the entire roster of NASCAR drivers. So it's pretty good as both a NASCAR game and as a racing game on the PSP. So if you want NASCAR on the go, this is the game to get. And then the final thing I found at that Goodwill was a copy of SimCity 3000 Unlimited. I loved playing SimCity back in the day. I don't really play PC games much anymore, but when I saw this, I just couldn't say no to it, especially for only $1.50. And I've never really played much of SimCity 3000. I mostly played the original SimCity, and even at that, I played it mostly on the Super Nintendo. So I'm looking forward to putting some time into this game and building some awesome cities. Now at the next Goodwill that I went to, I found some more games for $1.50 each. For the original Xbox, I found a copy of Breeders' Cup World Thoroughbred Championships. So this game is made by none other than Bethesda. That's right, Bethesda made a horse racing game. So I think for that reason alone, this game is actually worth about $10 to $15 complete. There's a career mode in the game where you have to train and feed your horse throughout the races. It's a decent racehorsing title. Not that I've really played any other horse racing games before. There seems to be more of a focus on raising the horses than the actual racing gameplay in the game, but it's a different and unique title, so it's definitely worth keeping your eye out for. Then for some reason, I grabbed a copy of Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2005. Don't really know why I picked this up, as I feel like I already have like a million Tiger Woods games across the various systems. But here's the 2005 version for the original Xbox. Then the final thing I got at that Goodwill was this copy of Chicago Enforcer. So this is a terrible, terrible game. You play as one of Al Capone's enforcers. It's a very low budget first person shooter game, and it definitely shows. You go around killing gangsters and cops, and then you just do all these bunch of other boring tasks. And because of that, it's just very boring and repetitive game. So simply put, avoid it. But it is an Xbox exclusive. So that might be the only reason that you would want to get it if you're trying to get a complete original Xbox exclusive collection. And I also got this Wii power supply for $2. I needed it because not too long ago I found a Wii without any cords also at a Goodwill. So I've been trying to slowly piece together cords for that system so I can eventually sell it. Then at yet another Goodwill, I found a bunch of strategy guides for $1.25 each. So here is Aliens vs. Predators, a game that I haven't played before, so let me know in the comments below if it's worth checking out. Then I got the strategy guide for Dead Island, yet another game that I haven't played, so again let me know if this one is also worth looking into and getting. And then I got a strategy guide for Halo 3 ODST, which is a game that I have poured a lot of hours into, especially all of the firefight missions. Then the last Goodwill I went to, again, didn't have any video games, but it still had some more video game related stuff. So I found another strategy guide for $1.25, this time for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. They also had some action figures out, which is something that I really don't see at Goodwills. But I picked up this one for $4. It's from The Walking Dead. It's Dale. The Walking Dead is one of my favorite shows, and so when I saw this for only $4, I just had to get it. And then probably the coolest thing that I found at this Goodwill was a couple of Mega Bloks sets. So not Legos, but Mega Bloks. But in this case, it's for $5. I got this Halo Banshee Mega Block set, and they actually had two of them. So I have two of this box. I'm going to put this together. I'll probably just leave one at home and take the other one to my work and put it on my desk at work. But not only did they have Halo, but they also had this Call of Duty Seal Sub Recon Mega Block set. So I'll also put this one together and put it on my desk at work. And then finally, I got this copy of what appears to be NCAA Football 2005, but it's actually a copy of Madden 2004 for the original Xbox. So I got this from my nephew. He gave me this game because he has a PlayStation 2 and he was at Goodwill and he was trying to find more games for his PlayStation 2. But he forgot to check the disc and he didn't realize that it was for the original Xbox, which he doesn't own, so he decided to give it to me since he doesn't have one. So thanks again, Landon, for giving me this game. And so that's all I've got to show you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, as that always helps me out. Leave a comment down below if you want to talk about any of the games that I mentioned today, especially the Disney Infinity games, because I don't know if you can play them or not without having any figurines. And if you're new to the channel, then be sure to subscribe. And remember, you gotta get the power up to beat the game.